Welcome to ixamBee, and in this video we are going to tell you most interesting question useful for your NABARD Grade A exam. Don't miss. Which of the following statement or statements with regard to the Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme ECLGS are correct? And you know these are the kind of questions asked in the exam. खासकर जब ऑप्शंस आंसर में ऑप्शंस होते हैं और उसके लिए आपके पास स्टेटमेंट्स होते हैं ABC, वहाँ कन्फ्यूजन बहुत बढ़ जाता है. द फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इट इज लॉन्च एज ए पार्ट ऑफ आत्मनिर्भर भारत अभियान. द अपर सीलिंग ऑफ लोन आउटस्टैंडिंग फॉर बीइंग एलिजिबल अंडर द स्कीम इज ₹25 करोड़. मैक्सिमम अमाउंट ऑफ गारंटी इमरजेंसी क्रेडिट लाइन फंडिंग अंडर द स्कीम इज ₹5 करोड़. So you have to tell which are the statement or statements which are correct here. Correct and incorrect. Please be very careful. The correct answer here is only A is correct. It is launched as a part of the आत्मनिर्भर भारत अभियान. आत्मनिर्भर भारत अभियान का एक हिस्सा है ECLGS. The overall ceiling for the ECLGS scheme is 3 lakh crore. And central government has increased the upper ceiling of loan outstanding for being eligible under the scheme from 25 crores to ₹50 crore. The maximum amount of the guarantee emergency credit line funding under the scheme has also been increased to 10 crore from ₹5 crore. So this is an old information. Now you have to update before the exam what is the changes in government scheme. Second question for today here, and this is the 11th video we are doing, so you have to go to all 100 questions previous to this video. Asian Development Bank has recently released a report on remittance. In light of the above statement, identify which of the following statement is incorrect. यहाँ पर careful रहना है, incorrect पूछा है, not the correct statement. So you have these 5 options here. कौन सा statement सही नहीं है? Global remittance में fall by 108 billion in 2020 if the economic impact of COVID-19 persists throughout the year. ये तो आपको पता है कि fall करेगी, but amount you have to remember. Remittance receipt in Asia and Asia Pacific will fall by 54 billion, almost half of this amount, the total amount. Remittance in South Asia are expected to fall the least, सबसे कम. There has been a big decline in remittance from the Middle East. None of the above are incorrect, means all of the above are correct. Here is, it is not that remittance in South Asia are expected to fall the least. According to the report, remittances in South Asia are expected to fall the most. And this also you can understand because people from South Asia work abroad. It is expected to fall the most by 28 billion, 24.7% of the 2018 receipt, followed by remittance to the Central Asia, where it will fall by next. So point is understanding where the remittance is coming and where going would have helped you in answering this question. अगर आपको डाटा याद नहीं भी होता, आपको ये पता है कि साउथ एशिया में रेमिटेंसेज, आप इसको सही कर सकते थे. अगेन ए डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन. द गवर्नमेंट हैज रिसेंटली लॉन्च खादी अगरबत्ती आत्मनिर्भर मिशन. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स इज और आर करेक्ट अबाउट द मिशन? इट वाज लॉन्च्ड इन 2020. A subsidy of 50% on the cost of machines will be provided. Cost of artisans training will be entirely borne by KVIC, Khadi Village Industrial Commission. The correct answer to this. Coming next, and here I am telling you about this interesting scheme for NABARD Grade A mains course. You are getting the prices. These practice questions, especially like this, and the live classes happening daily with the ixamBee experts are going to be immensely helpful. Every extra mark in your selection. The correct answer is only A is correct about this mission. It was launched in 2020 under the Gramodyog Vikas Yojana to benefit the artisan manufacturing agarbattis Important features for the mission are KVIC will provide 25% subsidy on the cost of the machines and will recover the remaining 75% of the cost from the artisans in easy installment, and cost of artisans training will be shared between KVIC and private business partner, wherein KVIC will bear 75% of the cost and 25% will be paid by the business partner. So, not 100% by the KVIC. Remember? Next one. Which of the following ministry or institution has released India Report Digital Education 2020? So, again it shall not be too much confusing. It is little confusing because it is talking about education, but digital education. Correct answer is, this is again by Ministry of Education, not by Niti Aayog or MEIT. The report released by Ministry of Education earlier, which was called as Ministry of Human Resource and Development, must be knowing about the education policy recently. It elaborates on innovative method adopted by the state union territories for ensuring accessible, inclusive education to children. Further, the report discusses about projects to assist teachers, scholars and students in their pursuit of learning like Diksha platform, Swayam Prabha TV channel, online massive open online course. Remember this full form of MOOC because this is a big thing in online learning. This can also be exam. Next question, RBI has asked Urban Cooperative Bank with asset over rupees 2000 crore to implement and adopt system based asset classification with effect from which date? A very straightforward question, and SEBI exam also, and whenever RBI exams come, June 30, 2021 is the date which RBI has given to Urban Cooperative Bank to adopt a system based asset classification to improve the efficiency, transparency and integrity of the asset classification purpose. So, asset classification you must be knowing. Standard assets are where the money is coming on time, and then you have substandard, doubtful, and then doubtful 2, and then loss. Before this it is also called SMA, special mentioned account. These substandard onwards are called NPA, non-performing assets. So, there are the classification guideline by RBI, and RBI is asking them to do this system based approach. And UCBs having assets between 1000 crore and 2000 crore as on March 2020, after the self assessment and being under level 3 or level 4 under December 19 guidelines on cyber security, shall implement this system based asset classification with effect from September 30th, 2021. So, 1 quarter extra for these UCBs having 1000 to 2000 crore of the asset. Remember this one also. Recently, a dashboard under National Infrastructure Pipeline has been launched. The National Infrastructure Pipeline aims to invest how much amount and by which year? Simple, fact based question, and answer is 111 lakh crore amount by 2025 is the aim of National Infrastructure Pipeline, and the range of the project is spanning across sectors like energy, social, commercial infrastructure, communication, water and sanitation. Additionally, the online dashboard launched by Finance Ministry is envisaged as a one-stop solution for all stakeholders looking for information on infrastructure project in India. The dashboard is being hosted on the India Investment Grid IIG. Seventh question here, recently KVIC has launched first of its kind training cum production center for silk in which state? So, now if you know which are the silk producing state or maybe which are not, here these three options Meghalaya, Mizoram and Sikkim, coming even Arunachal Pradesh coming from northeast can create lot, and Arunachal Pradesh is the right answer, quite bigger state in the northeast. The idea of geography and culture of the various places helps you in answering these questions also. So, KVIC, Khadi and Village Industrial Commission, is set to open first of its kind training cum production center for silk in tribal village of Chuliu in Arunachal Pradesh. So in the exam the question is what for Chuliu is in news recently. So you have to recall this, and KVIC aims to connect the center with the tourist visiting zero tourist spot in the state and thus providing an assured market to the local artisans for their product. Which of the following statements is incorrect about production linked incentive scheme? So PLC, production linked incentive scheme, it was launched in 2020. It comes under the purview of the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. It aims to boost large scale electronic manufacturing in India, and the tenure of the scheme is 5 years. An incentive of 2% or incremental sales of good manufactured in India will be provided. So you have to identify incorrect one. गलत कौन सा है? There is nothing like an incentive of 2%. Rather, the incentive of 4 to 6% on the incremental sale of good manufactured in the India will be provided, and total cost of the scheme to the government is approximately 41,000 crore. Production linked incentive scheme was launched in April 2020 with an aim to boost large scale electronic manufacturing in India in line with NPE, National Policy on Electronics, remember this, of 2019, and NPE 19 targets to manufacture 1 billion mobile handset by 2025. I would say this is important data to remember about. Ninth one, recently it has been suggested to create dark banks by merging the regional rural banks. Which ministry institution has recommended setting up the dark bank? So dark bank is suggested by state. Question, Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog has suggested creation of the dark bank by merging the RRBs by using over 1.5 lakh post offices in the country that could be made into outlets of the proposed dark bank, because these post offices has a very good network in small villages of country, and by merging RRBs are again regional rural banks, Kshetriya Gramin Bank. So this will be helpful for creating the reach there. My Handloom portal has been launched, which will act as a one-stop platform for all information and schemes related to the handloom industry. Which of the following ministry or institution has launched the portal? So again an easy one. Here is Ministry of Textile. Union Minister of the Textile Smriti Irani has launched this My Handloom portal in August 2020, and the portal will enable weavers as well as other organizations to apply for various benefits under the various handloom schemes like block level cluster, handloom marketing assistant and award. It will also help in connecting state government undertaking, agencies and corporate societies with the center's scheme for weavers to know about their status benefit. For any such information which is useful for your exam, please reach us to at 920-552-4028. You can reach by WhatsApp, SMS or call. Don't forget to avail this benefit to help you in clearing the exam. Remember, government exam made easy by ixamBee. Subscribe the channel, press the bell icon and share the video.